Township Committee is being videotaped for broadcast. Due to either technical reasons or topics for discussion that may be held in closed session pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, there may be interruptions in the videotaping of these proceedings, and this meeting will be aired by EHT TV, Channel 97.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Arrow.
Here.
Alice.
Here.
Hodges.
Yep. Present.
Donahue.
Present.
Thank you, and Cromer.
I'm here. We have a couple presentations. Do we have anybody here from the building department? Nobody? No? Okay. Well, May is Building Safety Month, and we have a proclamation for them, but we will not read that because we've got some bios to read. So we just want to thank our building department for all the hard work that they do. It's a thankless job, but they keep everybody straight. I think they get yelled at more than, I don't know, the officers might argue with that one, but they do a fantastic job. And we have a presentation by the VFW Post recognizing the Egg Harbor Township Police Safety Departments, or Public Safety Departments. Gentlemen?
See what it's like when it's loud, still proud.
True. Egg Harbor Township, VFW always recognize someone do extraordinary for the township, and each year we give them an award. So this is the day for the award. Detective Michael Santero. Okay. Egg Harbor Township EMS.
Anybody here from EMS?
Well, I know Bill's on vacation, so.
Egg Harbor Township Volunteer Fire Department.
Anybody here from the fire company? Anybody from Skullville? And
It's gonna get through the crowd.
He's hiding.
Don't be bashful.
come on up. Would you like us to take the one for the ambulance squad, or would you like to come back to another meeting?
Oh, yes.
I can take it from you.
Yes. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our ambulance squad has been very busy. That's probably why they're not here tonight. And as you know, we cover other areas, but on behalf of the mayor and the council, we thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And thank you both for all that you do for the community. I know Paul knows what you do, and we all do too, and we just want to thank you for what you do for the veterans and for the public in general. Thank you.
Mayor, can I say something before we start?
Absolutely.
I just because I know how everyone's going to leave once, and which we want you to. We want you to go and have dinner and have a good time, enjoy the promotions. But moving forward, we will have the link for the meetings available for future viewing. So usually it's just on the TV. We're doing a YouTube channel to show these meetings, so you guys can look back on the meeting. I just want to let you know that that's going to be available on our website.
So on our website, they can click on a link and then they'll see this video.
Yeah, it'll be directed through a YouTube, but it is our meeting.
It will still be on Channel 97, but it will also be on YouTube, so that's good. Okay, this is how we're going to do this. We're going to the promotion part. We're going to start with the captains, and then we're going to do lieutenants, and then we're going to do the sergeants. So, Mr. Cafaro is going to read the bios, but I would like Captain Slazarski and Captain Bergen to please come forward.
Want to read the resolutions first?
Yes, and we introduce the resolution.
I'll start with Captain Cesarski. He was hired in November of 1999. He attended the Atlantic County Police Academy. Upon graduation, he was assigned to Patrol Division. In September of '04, he was assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division as a school resource officer until December of '06. In February of '07, he was promoted to the rank of sergeant, was assigned to the Patrol Division. In 2011, he was reassigned to Police and Community Services Bureau as a training sergeant. In March of '18, he was promoted to the rank of lieutenant and was assigned to Patrol Division as a squad lieutenant. In January of '21, he was reassigned to the Office of Professional Responsibility. This past November of '22, he was reassigned back to patrol. Over the period of his career, he has received many awards and citations for his work. He has also served as commander and coordinator of the Hostage Crisis Negotiation Team, Field Training Unit, Peer Support, Management Team, and Physical Fitness. He has received his bachelor's degree in '98 from Stockton and his master's of administrative science in '05 from Fairleigh Dickinson. He is also a graduate of the West Point Command and Leadership Program and has received the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police Accreditation Command Executive Certificate. He is married to his wife Susan and has one son, Stephen. And for our next captain, Captain Sherry Bergen. Captain Bergen has served the residents of Egg Harbor Township for the last 22 years with the police department. Throughout her career, she has served as a patrol officer, traffic safety officer, school resource officer, juvenile detective, special operations unit detective. She was promoted to sergeant in 2013 and then had the opportunity to supervise the divisions as she worked as a patrol sergeant, traffic sergeant, and then detective sergeant. Captain Bergen has been a certified drug recognition expert since '07 and a DARE instructor since '09, teaching alongside with the New Jersey State Police. Bergen has served as a physical fitness instructor within the agency and at the police academy. In January of '19, Bergen was promoted to lieutenant and signed to patrol. She served as patrol lieutenant in operations until '22, where she was reassigned to the Office of Professional Responsibility overseeing internal affairs. Captain Bergen held a master's degree in administrative science since 2011 from Fairleigh Dickinson, was a graduate of the fall 2013 New Jersey Police Association's Command and Leadership Program, and in the fall of '21, Captain Bergen graduated from the FBI National Academy in Quantico, Virginia. Captain Bergen additionally serves on the Economic Development Commission here in EHT and is actively involved in the community. Captain Bergen resides in Egg Harbor Township with her husband Ray and their two children, Hazel and Vaughn. There we go.
All right. Wait, not yet, Joe. Joe. Not yet, Joe. Joe. All right. We have resolution. It's not official yet, folks. It's not official yet.
We may not pass this resolution.
If we don't pass it, it doesn't happen, right? We have Resolution 232, authorizing promotion of Stephen Slazarski and Sherry Bergen to the rank of police captain and execution of employment agreements. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Then I'll second it.
Roll call?
Cafaro?
Yes.
Ellis? Yes. Hodson?
I won't look like it. I won't look at you like that.
Mr. Hodson?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. O'Donoghue?
Absolutely,
And
yes.
Cromer.
Yes, absolutely yes. I'd like you to turn this way and raise your right hand.
Well, just for the TV's sake, is there any way we could do it so we can just keep seeing them and not their back?
Oh, yeah, I'll go down. I will go down.
Come back, Laura.
I have to, there's more.
We were watching the first,
Stage director.
you were watching the one bit, the one fellow that, oh my God, what am I trying to say? One lady.
Take that this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Raise your right hand. I'm going to talk. Repeat after me, please. I state your name.
I, Stephen Slazarski,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of, and state your position,
perform all the duties of the office of captain
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
you guys are doing good, and to the government established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of these people,
under the authority of these people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Just a proud female note here, Captain Bergen is the highest ranking female we've ever had in our police department. Okay, lieutenants, may I please have Lieutenant Johnson? I need my glasses. The rank of police. Joe, would you please be
I would be honored. Lieutenant Dunson was hired by the Egg Harbor Township Police Department in November of '99. Upon successful completion of the Atlantic County Police Academy, he was assigned to the Patrol Division. During the course of his career, he attended numerous schools, certified training courses associated with law enforcement. Some of those included the New Jersey State Association of Police Chiefs, a Leadership and Command Academy, Frontline Supervisor, School Resource Officer, Street Survival, Patrol Investigation and Techniques, Narcotic Interdiction, Interview and Interrogation, Basic Criminal Investigation, and Internal Affairs. Previous assignment specialties included Airport Unit, Master Police Officer, Field Training Officer, Honor Guard Bicycle, and Motorcycle Units. In 18, Ernest was promoted to the rank of Sergeant, where he remained in the Patrol Division and served as a supervisor for Squad 1. Lieutenant Dunson has received countless awards, which include Meritorious Service Awards, Exceptional Service, Honorable Service, Good Conduct, Physical Fitness, Perfect Attendance, Marksmanship, and the Military Service Award. He received his bachelor's degree in '98 from Stockton University and his master's from Seton Hall in '09. He would like to thank family and friends, his significant other, Linka, and children Jaylene, Julian, and Irma for all their support through the years. And Lieutenant Ken Marcelli, Marcelli, I'm sorry, Ken, graduated from the Atlantic County Police Academy in May of '03, and upon graduation was assigned to the Patrol Division, Squad 1. In February of '06, he became the Field Training Officer. In December of '07, he was assigned to the K-9 unit with his partner, Alex, where he served for 8 years. In July of '14, Lieutenant Marcelli obtained Master Police Officer 1. In November 16, he was promoted to the rank of Sergeant and was assigned to Squad 4. In January 19, he was assigned to the Criminal Investigation Bureau, obtaining the rank of Detective Sergeant. He is currently the Liaison Officer to the Egg Harbor Township School District, the Liaison to the County Terrorist Coordinator of the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office, and the Coordinator for the Combined DNA Index System, and in the Corps' Cops and Shops Coordinator. He is also a member of the Atlantic County Child Abduction Response Team and the Juvenile Justice Commission. Throughout his career, he has earned many awards, including Honorable Service, Physical Fitness, Meritorious Service, Life-Saving, Handgun Marksman, and Sharpshooter, and multiple unit citations. He received his bachelor's degree in Computer Information Systems from Alvanera University, is that correct? Verna, I'm sorry. In May, I know I was going to get corrected. In May of '01, he is married to his wife Nicole, and they have a son, Jaden, and daughter Allison.
We have Resolution 233 authorizing the promotions of Ernest Dunstan and Kenneth Marcelli
I'll make that resolution, Mayor.
to the rank of police lieutenant.
I'll second it.
There we go. Roll call?
DeFaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Austin?
Yes.
Donahue?
Absolutely, yes.
And Cromer.
Yes, absolutely. That was it. All right, raise your hand, right hands, please. Repeat after me. I will state your name.
I, Ernest Monson,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties of lieutenant
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same,
and to the government established in the United States
to the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in the state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Is he here? Why not? Okay. Tell him I said hello.
Okay. We have a couple sergeants in the room.
We do.
Hopefully.
They're out working, Mayor.
There we go. All right, Michael Keating and Benjamin Coleman. Okay, Resolution 234.
Sure, I'll read first, no problem. Sergeant Keeping was hired in Egg Harbor Township Police Department in June of 12 after completing his training with the Cape May County and Atlantic County Police Academy. Sergeant Keating was assigned to Patrol 2 squad working under retired Sergeant Joe Bonzel, who became a mentor in his career. Sergeant Keeping was assigned to the Atlantic County SWAT team in August of 15, where he continues to serve as an Alpha Squad assistant team leader and medic. Sergeant Keeping spent his career assigned to patrol, where he has served as a field training officer and firearms instructor. Sergeant Keeping has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Stockton. He is joined in service with the support of his caring family. He is married to his wife, Jesslyn, and they have 2 children, Avery and James. And Sergeant Coleman was hired in 2013. He attended the Gloucester County Police Academy and upon graduation was assigned to the Patrol Division on Squad 3. In May of 18, he was assigned to Squad 4 as Traffic Motorcycle Officer. In March of 19, Sergeant Coleman completed his Master's Police Officer Program and became an MPO. He has served as Field Training Officer, Radar Instructor, and Accident Reconstructionist. In January of 23, he was reassigned to the Police and Community Services Bureau as Community Policing Officer. During this time, Sergeant Coleman served as the coordinator of the Hostage Crisis Negotiation Team, Motorcycle Unit, and DARE program. Over the period of his career, he has received many awards and citations for his work. He received his bachelor's degree in December of 18 from Fairleigh Dickinson and his master's of science degree in 19 also from Fairleigh Dickinson. He is married to his wife Caroline, and they have 2 sons, Benjamin and Blaze.
Okay. Thank you, Joe. Resolution 234, authorizing promotion of Michael Keeping and Benjamin Coleman to the rank of police sergeant. Can I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
DeFaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Yes.
Hodson?
Yes.
Donahue?
Absolutely,
And
yes.
Cromer.
Yes, absolutely. Gentlemen, you know how this goes now. Right? Raise your right hand, please. I
I,
state your name.
Ben Coleman,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties,
perform all the duties
state your office,
of Sergeant
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I do further solemnly swear or affirm
I do further solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the government established
and to the government established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
All right, where's the chief?
Oh, come all forward. Ladies and gents. All right, good evening, ladies. Can everyone hear me pretty well?
You know what? Hey, Chief, for the TV, we need the mic.
All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. I must say, promoting in a police department doesn't come without some due diligence. So with that being said, we do first have to thank Township Committee, Mayor Farmer, Deputy Mayor Cafaro, Township Committee, for your full support and faith in our agency and our organization, and Township Administration. Thank you. We really do appreciate it. And the other thing is, getting promoted obviously is a noteworthy accomplishment, but it doesn't come without accomplishing things through others. And so before I go any further with that, there's some, well, I'm going to say this, there's VIPs in the room. I can see everyone here is a VIP, but okay, these are extra VIPs. So I'd like to thank, again, because these people had something to do with our agency, and they've left their footprint, and they've enabled people to grow and prosper in our organization. So former committeeman Frank Finnerty. Former committeeman John Carmen. I didn't see any, please forgive me, I tried to scan the room. I don't know if I left any of the former committee people out. Forgive me if I did. I do have to also recognize our former police officers, Lieutenant Robert Gray, who's in the room. Captain William Farrer. Sergeant Joe Bonzel. Do you want me to just say them all at once and then you just do one clap? I mean, that's... I said Joe, Al Mariano, I saw him around here. Where's Al? Captain Hector Tavares. And am I missing anyone else?
Romatino.
Oh, Mark Romantino, Lieutenant Mark Romantino. Also, I'd be remiss not to recognize our police chaplains, because whether you know it or not, our police chaplains bring a lot of value to our organization. They pray for us daily, and they're always watching and reaching out and concerned for our troops. So with that, my gosh, Kevin Burnett, Pastor Burnett, Chaplain Stragala. I see Chaplain Brendan in the back there. All right. And I'm going to finish up here. I can't stress enough, this doesn't happen without accomplishing things through the efforts of others. And I do want to recognize our professional staff in the room, that being our records clerks, our detective clerks, dispatchers, police communicators, our logistics clerks, because once again, it is through them that we're able to accomplish agency objectives. So I would like to recognize them as well. All right, enough of that. So I try to stay focused here, so I have a message, and this is my message so you guys can get out of here and enjoy the night. My message: at a time with great demands and expectations and scrutiny are placed upon our police officers, it is so important for law enforcement organizations to have a strong and fully staffed management team. It provides the foundation to enable frontline police officers to perform their duties effectively, efficiently, fairly, safely, and in accordance with the never-ending laws, regulations, guidelines, and policies established to guide us in the delivering of our high quality of service that is expected from our citizens. We do right by our people when we actualize the principles of authority, accountability, and responsibility, which are part of our department's motto, versus those concepts or principles just being words on paper or part of our agency, or basically that simply adorn our business cards, our letterheads, our email salutations, and the like. Words on paper mean nothing unless you actualize it. And that's why I press upon the future of our organization relies on actualizing those principles. Our new captains, lieutenants, and sergeants, in addition to our patrol officers in the back, are changing the narrative in this regard. We are in a place to protect our vital resource, and that's the people of our organization. Without strong oversight, supervision, guidance, mentoring, role modeling, recognition of remarkable work, and yes, even correcting error or mistakes, if we don't do those things, we'd be unable to protect and preserve our people. We owe it to them. It starts with our most recent members. So we have 4 in the academy right now. So it's our most recent, which is, I have her name here, Sydney Zozie. She's in the police academy, but if we don't make this a better place for her, then we're not doing our jobs. And that's why this is so important to have a strong management staff in place. We must indoctrinate them immediately and press upon them the importance of embracing our way of doing business so they can hopefully have an exciting, safe, and rewarding career. In closing, to our new rank and sergeants, you all deserve it, and please understand, and this might sound cautious in a way, but I sincerely and with good intentions mean this in a positive way. When you return to duty with those chevrons on your sleeves, those bars on your shoulders, return to duty with a rejuvenated sense of purpose and conviction. By being promoted today, know that you have accepted and now bear great responsibility for our people to provide them the structure, discipline, and skill set to succeed, not only to our current people, but for the unborn that we have yet to, or that have yet to start with us. We all must work to leave this organization in a better place than we found it. It is our duty, and as I said before, 3 simple things, and I'm going to keep saying it until you can. It's in, you're repeating it in your dreams. Do the little things right, provide a high quality of work, and always work to improve the law enforcement image. And this place will be a better place for our most recent and our unborn. You deserve it. Congratulations. And thank you, committee, mayor.
Thank you all, and we are proud of each and every one of you, and as the chief said, you know what to do. So just do it to the best of your ability. Thank you. Anybody else?
Where's the after party?
And you're all more than welcome to leave instead of staying for the whole meeting. Please, we'll take a, 2-minute break here.
From everybody. It's all right.
Mm-hmm. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm gonna go say hi to Mark Roventino.
Me and Frank were sitting there, looked up there and said, look, even the chief and everybody said, we hired everybody up there. How you been? Huh?
Still here? How you doing, buddy? You're looking good, man. Congratulations. Yeah, that's awesome, right? Now I need to change around. Now I'm going to take a
building that she talked about. All right, come here.
Oh, yeah, the PAL preschool on Tilton Road. Well, the former PAL preschool on Tilton Road.
That's it?
Yeah.
Is that for auction?
It's going to be going up for public bid, yeah.
And it's already set up for a preschool?
No.
It used to be.
Used to be the old squad building.
Yeah, you may want to talk to
at it. They said it was too small for what they needed.
Good seeing you. Enjoying your retirement.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
Oh, you are? Home energy management?
Good for you. Classrooms plus.
I don't know if there's room in there for 12 classrooms, because I know you have to.
Oh,
I think I'm pretty sure it's too small. Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's what, because I saw,
Great.
Chandra was still there. But Kim, I've talked to Kim about it, and she said we can't.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll see it. All right, can we get there?
You know, bring
Hey,
it up
Tom,
again.
if
Bring it
you
up
guys can find those guys, I don't know. I don't know.
Have to grow. Tell them to mention it again, just in case. Congratulations to Sherry. She has a good family.
You tell them that. If he votes me for next year for the deputy mayor or not, I don't really care. Really, because it is over the top ridiculous. There was one thing that was found. One thing found.
All right, gentlemen. Come on back. We need you. We need you. Can't do this without you. Or at least one of you. We need three.
Mother said, get in here. We only need
That's it.
three.
We need three. Joe, come on up. Oh, it's cooling down.
Yeah.
How red are my cheeks? I can feel them. I have a little sunburn too, which doesn't help. Okay. Madam Clerk. Ray, thank you.
Let me get it.
Ray coming?
He's shut the door.
He's coming. Get this show.
Thank you, Ray. Okay. He's here. Okay.
Ready to roll?
Here we go. We are back on the record. We have ordinance introduction that we had tabled, ordinance 18, Mr. Friedman.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance 18 is an ordinance to amend the code of the Township of Egg Harbor, Chapter 90, Article 1, entitled Employees and Volunteers Involved with Nonprofit Youth Organizations, specifically subchapters 90-1, 90-1 through 90-4, and 90-6. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend the definition of criminal history record background checks in subsection 90-1 definitions, to delete and replace subsection 90-2, requests for criminal background checks, to delete and replace subsection 90-3, costs, to delete and replace 90-4, processing, and to delete and replace 90-6, notification of disqualification. Public hearing on ordinance 18 of 2023 will be held on June 14, 2023 at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you. This was originally tabled because we got the information at the last minute regarding some of the changes. Everybody have a chance to look at it?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, can I have a motion to take this from the table?
I'll make a motion for introduction.
No, we have to take it off the table first.
We're tabling it?
No, we're taking it off the table.
Oh, yeah, we got to do the, all right, I
Take-
make a motion, to take it off the table.
Yes. Can I have a second?
I'll second it. All right.
Roll call?
DeFaro?
Yes.
Ellis? Hodson?
Yep.
O'Donoghue?
Yes.
And Fromer.
Yes. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 18?
So moved?
Can I have a second?
Seconded.
Roll call?
DeFaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Yes.
Hodson?
Yep.
O'Donoghue?
Yes.
Fromer.
Yes. Ordinance introduction number 19, Mr. Friedman.
Thank you, Mayor. And an ordinance to amend the code of Township of Egg Harbor, Chapter 195, entitled Streets and Sidewalks, specifically Article 1, Street Opening, Section 95-9E. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend the compensation rate for police officers from $90 an hour to a rate set by resolution of the Township Committee when required in order to conduct traffic control during the course of construction. A public hearing on ordinance 19 of 2023 will be held on Wednesday, June 14, 2023 at 5:30 PM.
Thank you very much. This is discussed in work session. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 19?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second
I'd
it.
just like to clarify, I'm sorry. I'd just like to clarify that at $90 that you see that we're taking out.
Right.
That was $15 goes to the township to use the township vehicles there. So we don't see how to get to that point.
Right. Right.
I made it come out.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
And I'm sorry, who made the second?
I did.
Thank you. DeFaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yep.
Donahue?
Yes.
And Cromer.
Yes. Ordinance number 20, Mr. Friedman.
Thank you. Ordinance number 20 is an ordinance appropriating $3,959,850 and authorizing the issuance of $3,761,000 in bonds or notes of the township for various improvements or purposes authorized to be undertaken by the Township of Egg Harbor. The purpose of this ordinance is to appropriate and authorize the issuance of bonds or notes in the amount so contained within the ordinance for the acquisition of various improvements and/or purposes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Friedman. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 20?
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Roll call?
DeFaro?
Yes.
Ellis? Hudson?
Yes.
Donahue?
Yes.
And Cromer.
Yes. Ordinance number 21, Mr. Friedman.
Thank you. Ordinance 21 is an ordinance to amend ordinance 23 of 2022 entitled authorizing the sale of Block 7101, lots 80 and 82 in accordance with New Jersey Statutes 48:12-21, subsection H. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend the payment term for a private land sale between the Township and Caring Incorporated contained within ordinance 23 of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 21?
I'll make that motion.
Roll call?
DeFaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
O'Donohue?
Yes.
And Cromer.
Yes. I would like to open up the meeting to anyone who would like to address the governing body. Come on down, please.
Good evening. Lisa March, 2 Honeysuckle Lane in Herbert Township, obviously. Mr. O'Donohue caught up with me on Sunday at the MK Betterment event, which, by the way, was beautifully done, and asked me if I had any update on his questions having to do with ordinance, I think it's 13, on landscaping that was tabled at the last session. And I had referred him to Steve Fiedler, who is the vice chair of Parks and Environmental Commission. He used to be the chair, he's now vice chair. Anyway, Mr. Fiedler got back to me, and I'd like to share this with all of you if I could, that he spoke with Jen Heller in Palestino's office, the engineer there, and she said that this was a very good thing, that it would bring Egg Harbor Township in line with other municipalities, that it's pretty much long overdue, and that there's no negative impact on the environment to adopt these changes. But he did have a question for me.
This is Steve?
Yes,
Okay.
Steve Fiedler, I'm sorry. He did have a question for me. He said, Lisa, do you know why they no longer have an environmental board?
We do. We still have it.
Not the green team.
No,
An
we have 2
environmental
boards.
board?
We have, yes.
Okay, there is still an environmental board?
Absolutely.
Because he thought that he had seen that Matt Bonner had left and that had...
Oh, and Matt Vonderhayden? Matt actually had been on the green team. He was our coordinator on the green team, but no, both boards are still...
Okay.
Matter of fact, the green team met last week, and I think the environmental, if it's not this week, it's next week.
Okay, because he said to me that would be a big help to committee members as they question some of these things and needed more information. So I just wanted to share that. And, and also he suggested that maybe an association with ANJAC would be, which is the Association for New Jersey Environmental Commission. ANJEC, A-N-J-E-C, would be a very good thing to do because they deal with stormwater
And that's one thing I know Policy and Associates do for us. There are landscaping experts on this, and I can tell you from experience on this one, that ordinance came about out of years and years of frustration on the planning board with an overburdensome amount of landscaping. So it was a reduction that we felt was necessary.
Right, good.
Yeah, and Jen probably told you the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've always opposed clear cutting. So we cut it down and then replant it again. So we have a lot of beautiful woods in this township that need to be used and developed.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes, ma'am, come on down. Name and address for the record. Hi. Oh, don't be nervous.
Thank
You can tip the mic down if you want, make it easier on you.
Okay, thank you. I don't like them at all, but I want to thank you very much for...
Can we have your name and address for the record?
I'm sorry, Joy Cardy, 2528 Tilton Road, number 509, Egg Harbor Township. I want to thank you for allowing me this time. I and other residents from our local mobile home community are here to ask for your consideration and hopefully approval for a cap on rent increases for our community. Our rent has doubled in 1 year, and I feel it will continue without consideration for residents, especially when we get very little, and I mean very little, in return for our rent. Many of us attend the yearly rent review board meeting, which always goes in favor of the owners, despite our concerns. So we are left with no one to protect our rights, give us guidance, and address our concerns. Concerns such as the antiquated water system with a lot of breaks, speeding vehicles, and unsupervised children in dangerous situations, all and more issues have been brought to management's attention without results. In our community, there are elderly on fixed incomes, some on disability, single seniors, and families just starting out. Most of these people move in this type of community because it's supposed to be affordable. And they actually say on their website, the owners, they like to provide affordable quality living. I believe our rent is higher than most of similar communities in Egg Harbor Township, as far as mobile homes. And I believe some residents in my community have really had a large increase, probably twice this year, possibly. Because many are, as I previously mentioned, elderly, etc. They have to pay to have their lawns mowed. They have to pay to have their leaves picked up, or they'll get a fine. The fine's usually $25, which is another expense for all of us. There's an expense of the bottled water, which most of us, and there's 228 homes, purchase because we're afraid to drink the water. We pay taxes in Egg Harbor Township, but we are not entitled to leaf or bulk pickup. And I did question that, and Mr. Mayfield said it's because we're commercial dynamic. They used to provide us a dumpster once a year for a couple days. They're not going to do it this year. So again, with the elderly and people on a fixed income, not only these other things add to our expense, but also now we would have to pay somebody to take it and to pay to have it done.
There's new ownership there, isn't there?
In 2013, Horizon Land Management.
That's who has it now?
Yes,
Okay.
since 2013.
Okay. I'll let you finish, then I have a couple questions for you.
Okay, hopefully I'll have answers. I personally feel what is happening in some other states across the country, and some people think I'm a little bit crazy, but across the country could happen here, which would displace our residents. Financial institutions are buying mobile home communities, raising the rent so high that people can't afford it and get evicted. And I know this is happening in other states. Or I feel that maybe if we get priced out, and this is not a political thing, so don't anybody get upset, but they actually could put illegals in there and be subsidized by the government. And I truly believe that's something that could happen. It's happening in New York. So, I just lost my spot, but that's okay. I just think it's important to protect the residents of this community and the township, and we really would like consideration for a cap on our rent.
Okay, I have a couple questions, and then I'm sure others. Simple questions. One, are there speed bumps in the park?
Yes, there are. There's only 3. They put them in last year. So they put them
So they're
in.
new.
They're new. They put them in last year, and there's only 3. And what's happening now is, because everybody wants to avoid the speed bumps, everybody's going down the side streets, and I'm telling you, they are moving. I have a sign in my front yard to sign down. There's other residents, and we have to put up our own signs. I've even called the township for the buses. The buses were blowing through there.
Really?
And management doesn't do anything about it.
Okay. The water. Let's get through our questions with her, and then please come and tell us.
Do you think more speed bumps would work?
I personally
you-
don't. There are some people that do.
Okay,
And the problem is then we pay for the speed bumps.
you did.
The residents, that's part of their capital improvement, so they only put in 3. So like I said, what's happening is they're speeding up and down all these side streets.
Yeah, they move the side.
Okay, all right.
That happens every time they go in.
Yeah.
It does. Your water system. Now, what are the issues with the water?
Well, the water system is very antiquated. They're old galvanized pipes, most of them underground, and you know how long they've been in for 60, 70 years or whatever. On my street alone, on Texas Avenue, we had multiple breaks. And it was like a lot in the same area. So they're just pretty much put a Band-Aid on it, and that's my opinion. They fixed this section, but guess what? The tree roots are now gonna hit this section.
Yeah.
And they did actually, we got a letter not too long ago, and I have it with my other belongings over there, where they did fail one of the water tests. Now, I know that we also got a letter saying that they have 10 years to replace all the pipes. I believe that's a state.
Because the galvanized pipes have to come out.
Right,
But is that a well system?
yes.
Okay.
But I don't know when they're gonna start on it. They don't tell us anything, and so just about anybody you ask in that community will tell you that they buy bottled water, that they are afraid. And in fact, with this last letter we got about where they had a violation for one of the testing, they tell you to buy bottled water, they tell you don't boil it, and I'm thinking, well, if you cooking pasta or hard-boiled eggs, you gotta boil it, but,
Yeah.
so, it's just a very antiquated system, and they haven't done any, and it's upsetting to us too, because you're gonna put in speed bumps, but you're not working on the pipes. And everybody knows how old they are.
And the clock on the 10 years is running now,
Well,
isn't it?
I think the state's gonna make them, but of how fast they do it,
Right.
we can look at that. Okay.
And the rent has gone up twice in a year?
Some of the residents that I have spoken with, and I don't understand how it goes, and if there's somebody in the audience, they may be able to give you a little more insight, I don't know, but I have heard that they've had their rent go up twice, like in a year's time, which is a little unheard of.
Yeah, that is.
Our rent actually doubled this year. And again, like I said, it's almost 9%, although it hasn't been approved yet because the next meeting is in June.
That's the rent review, on the rent
A
review.
rent review, because it
Correct.
was in December, and then it got postponed, and then it got postponed, and so now we're supposed to go in June. So it really actually hasn't been passed yet, but they are asking for, I'm gonna say roughly 8.73, something around there.
I think that the rate, if I'm not mistaken, is based on the cost of living adjustment, and I know the Social Security went up 8 point something,
Right.
so.
8.2.
8.2, right? Yeah, so you're saying your rent doubled in a year?
Not mine, some of the residents. Well, yeah, because from last year. Last year, we were only paying, it was like 4-something%. This year, what they're asking for is close to.
Oh, well,
like-
the increase is
I'm
doubled.
sorry, the increase.
Okay,
Yes, I
okay,
I
but they
apologize.
doubled your rent. It's like,
No,
wow,
sorry.
this is bad enough, but
Yeah,
they doubled your rent, it was like,
Is New Jersey American Water close by? Do you know that or not?
I don't
It's
know
something we
that.
can find out, but the thing is, because that will generate getting rid of these galvanized pipes.
Yeah.
New Jersey American Water, if they're within reason, they can come in with water, of course. Okay,
And that may have been something that was originally, when they bought it in 2013, I'm sorry, there were some things that they were thinking about, but they didn't educate the community on how it would be. Like, I know one of the things was gas, wasn't it? They wanted to get gas in right away, but they weren't telling anybody, and now, so if you start doing research on your own, okay, you got gas lines in there, but guess what? They don't tell you that you're gonna have to buy a new stove, you're gonna have to buy a new this, you're gonna have to buy a new that. These people can't afford that. They just, so
It's a
that kind of
modification.
got squashed.
it's a modification from natural gas to LP.
Right.
a modification, but that's,
Yeah.
Donna, do you want to say something, Joe?
I just had a question. How many people have had their water tested, do you know?
Personally, tested, I had mine tested a couple of years ago. I think a couple other residents did. They do come in and have the water tested at like 5 different homes once a year,
Who does?
the owners.
Okay, so what my suggestion is to, as a group and as individuals, you get your own water samples and take them down to the County Board of Health to get an accurate, free test. And they'll tell you, they'll give you an accurate, untainted test. You know what I mean? Like, they'll give you the truth of it, and it won't be influenced by anybody.
Okay, just take water down to them?
You
That's
take a
okay?
sample down to the Atlantic County Board of Health, call them, they supply you with, sometimes they used to anyway, they'll supply you with what they want you to put it in.
Okay.
And have your water tested. There tends to be a high alkali in that water, not to mention a high iron content,
Right.
which is terrible,
Right.
terrible for the type of pipe that you have in the ground. It's absolutely horrible. That's why you have leaks, because it builds up rust where it's connected and it self-destructs. Yeah, you should definitely do that,
Right, and I think it's also the tree roots that are going through
always.
the pipes, because there's a lot of trees around there. I mean, I go through a water heater every 5 years, just because
That
of
has to
water,
do with the
my water
iron.
heater goes out.
That's iron content.
Yeah.
You should also drain your heater every year. Did you know that?
And I do, and I still kind of need
Yeah,
one every
that's
5
hard
years.
water.
They
I'm
do-
sorry?
That's the hard water on.
Hard water, absolutely.
Those trailers don't have the normal hot water heater as a home does.
Yeah.
Not that it makes a difference, but the hard
Right.
water.
You can get a filter that'll filter out the air. They're not expensive.
Okay,
I had one on our first home.
okay. I appreciate that information. Thank you.
I would definitely go get your water tested.
Yes, now that we know that, yes.
Absolutely.
And I will-
Northfield.
And I will tell my my neighbors to do it.
And I
as well.
think by asking the county for some insight on, you're bringing these samples in, right, Joe? Correct me.
Yes.
They might know the accuracy of the state law regarding galvanized pipe. It's all over. You know, it started in Newark, New Jersey, where they're still using pipe that's very, very old. They probably have up-to-date information
Okay.
on the water. That's just one of your many problems.
That's
but-
one of the, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, because I actually, a few years ago, actually had the DEP out, because we were so concerned about the quality of the water and
Where does septic go?
septic tanks.
Tanks? And they pump them?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Can you do this? Can you give me your contact information?
Certainly.
Donna, can we reach out to the rent review board and just find out where they stand on this?
I think the hearing is
It's in June, yes.
Yes. So that's the next.
That's the next date.
But I can try to get more information.
Yeah, just if we could see,
Meeting, but it
or-
really wasn't.
Do we have a time for that meeting, by chance?
it's either 5 or 7.
The meeting is 5? The rent
5.
review board meeting? 5. And I'm just gonna throw this in there, and it's neither here nor there, but 2 years ago, our manager lives on site. He lives in a double wide home. His roof had to be repaired, and they wanted us to pay for it because the office is in there. When I tell you that the area of the office is less than this length that you're sitting at, and they wanted us to pay for the entire roof. So they keep, and it goes their way all the time, and they're just outpricing us. They really
Is
are.
management on site
Yes,
there?
yes. So,
Does
thank you very much.
does management meet with
Meet with who?
with the residents?
No.
Okay. Do they give you, when you get a rate increase, they just send you a notification that
Yes.
your rent will go from this to that?
Right. And like, if there's something wrong with our property, we get a notice taped to our front door. There's no phone call, and they're out riding around all the time. They see us all the time, but they'll put a note there if there's something wrong with your property. You go to the office, he doesn't even say, come on in. You're like talking at the door. It's a little bizarre, but
That is. Let me do this. Let me,
absolutely.
you can write it on that, and so we'll have it.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, you do have it?
I have
Oh,
an email. I don't think I-
Donna has it, so
Thank you very much.
I'll give this to
Appreciate it.
Donna so she'll have both.
You just want my phone number?
Just your phone. She has your email, so
Thank you very much.
we'll see what we can find out.
Okay, I appreciate it very much, because I know there's no cap in New Jersey, but.
No, there
I've
isn't.
been told that, that sometimes council can do an ordinance to kind of help us out, so, because I think they can go up to 15%, that I'm not positive. And
I thought they had to stick within the Cost of living,
Cost of living.
that's what I thought it was
And-
based
and-
on.
And that might be too, but it's just, so every year, and we don't get anything for it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
we get nothing, and we pay taxes to the township, and we can't even get anything from the township either, so you kind of feel like we're stuck in the middle.
You kind of are.
Pretty much.
You absolutely are. Well, let's see what we can find out for
All
you,
right, thank you
okay?
very much. I appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
Anybody else?
Sorry, I'm in pain.
Name and address?
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Previty. I live at Lot 2 at Tilton Terrace. My home's actually a modular. It's not a regular trailer. So, but to get back to the speed bumps, when they cut down these side streets, I almost got hit walking my dog down New Hampshire Avenue. Not once, but twice. This has been reported when we brought it up at the Rent Review Board meeting. Oh, we need 10 pictures, not 3. We need the tag numbers. We told them where they lived, who they were. I had pictures of the cars various times. They have done nothing. Okay, that's just that. The water test, yes, I took a home test from Home Depot. It came up positive for pesticides and lead. I was told it was my home again by the Rent Review Board. All of a sudden, they stopped using pesticides in the community. It was my neighbors that were reported using pesticides in the community.
Well, ma'am, a pesticide like 7 has a long life expectancy. I don't think that anything they do right now, you can't rinse it out. It sits in the soil for some time, depending upon what type of soil you have versus sugar sand versus a hard soil. So I think that by contacting the County Board of Health and expressing your concerns, they can come out. They also have the ability to contact the Agricultural Center in Mays Landing, and they can do a test bore and a soil sample and report for you. And you should explore all of those because they're carcinogenic, some of them in nature, such as 7, things like that we used to spray freely. If they're using chemicals, some people may have allergies to them. But the Board of Health, exactly. So the Board of Health can best answer that in conjunction with the Agricultural Center. I test this commonly on my properties when I renovate a house. That's what I do. I test the soil prior to buying it, and I have the water tested if at all possible for that reason, because I want to know if there's anything like old oil tank, things like that. So what you need to do is you need to contact both those agencies, and in conjunction, I think you'll get some answers you may not like, but you may get some relief there as well, and certainly they can address those problems for you. They're a state agency and a county agency.
Thank you so
Just a
much.
suggestion.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I would suggest more than just you go, since you live in a modular
Yeah.
and not a trailer per se.
But my pipes are up to
Your
date
pipes,
and
they will,
everything.
and the water in the end is going to be the same, but this way, if there's a couple that go together, it's like,
I just love it when they come at me, the Rent Review Board meeting, say, it's your home, and it's just like, whoa. They just try to blame the homeowners all the time, and it's not right.
We'll see what we can
That's why
find
we're
out.
here.
but go get your water tested. I mean, that's your own safety.
Thank you. Did you get all that?
Do you know anything about the well? Is it apparently the old well, or is it, do you know anything about it?
Well, they did upgrade one well because they had apparently got fined for dumping leaves back there on the old well at one point, and it contaminated the one well, so they had to put in a new well, which we paid for. Again, we pay for everything.
And your water pressure's fine?
Every now and then it'll go low. They mess with it all the time. You turn on the faucet, you gotta let it run because it smells like chlorine. And then if I fill up my tub, you got this white ring around my tub.
I would get to the county with some samples.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
definitely have to go to the county. None of that you're saying makes any
It's
sense.
not right. We all know
No.
this. This is why we're here.
Try to go before your meeting. Try to go before the
Yeah.
June meeting.
Take
Yeah,
several
go
samples.
before.
All of you here, take a sample. Not
Yeah.
just one. Take a half a dozen of them.
Ma'am, did you have a question?
Yeah,
To the mic, please.
my name's Diane Sella. I live at 512.
Okay.
Okay, let me just mention my water. I live on the street where we have all the problems. I've told them time and time again about my water pressure because and I'm sorry I didn't bring it because I saved it. I had a piece this long of roots that they took out of underneath the ground so I could flush my toilet, okay? And I have it, and I'm really sorry I didn't bring it. I've told them time and time again about my water pressure, how it's terrible. I get nothing done. I don't even get like an answer. Now, I just want to get to my driveway, okay? This was maybe 3 years ago at the Rent Review Board. I told them, this is when they did our driveways. You know, this is their land. I rent the land. I gotta show you. This is what my driveway looked like, okay? This is the first time they fixed it. See this? Okay? That they called that fixed. All right? So I went to the Rent Review Board and I said, this is what they did. Okay? They told them, you have to fix it for her. They said, oh, we're gonna fix it. She's not getting a new, this is what it said. She's not getting a new driveway. They fixed it. So this is what they did. Okay? This is their fix. This is the second fix. Okay, you see this?
Yes.
You see this? Now this is all from, look here. See this?
Erosion.
Okay, you see this? Here, let me show you this.
But they obviously cut this road up, didn't they, or this driveway? What did they do, do you know?
You see
This
this?
is a cut, right? And
They didn't do any, they did.
they scored this to try to repair it?
This is their first fix. You see the different color here?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, this looks like it was a cut by them.
No, this is the no, they didn't cut nothing. This is the driveway. It goes down the middle, it's a double driveway, goes down the middle and it goes across this,
Okay.
like a sidewalk. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they told the Rent Review Board that they would fix it. This is their fix, okay? Now, I got that giant tree that is in my pipes.
That's this guy right here.
This is what's doing, this is the roots here. Now, here, let me show you this. I broke my wrist and my elbow, okay? And now I'm being told by the owners of the park that the driveway is my responsibility. I have to fix it myself. When in past years, they paid for the driveway, put that on their so they could get their increase. That, what is it called?
Capital improvement.
Yeah.
Capital improvements.
Okay, now all of a sudden, why, because I had broken bones? Now they want me to fix it myself? This has been going on for years. I'm up to here with them.
Yeah, it sounds like I don't blame you. I would, check your leases. Your leases basically tell you everything. That's the Bible that they all live by. It's what you can do, what they can do. Double check your leases. There's advocates you can go to if you're not getting what you need. Mark, State of New Jersey advocates, legal advocates, if they feel like they have something.
Cape Atlantic Legal Services.
Cape Atlantic Legal Services. Or someone you might want to talk to. And, they're going to ask you a lot of questions. They'll tell you just what your rights are. And
I don't understand how they keep getting these increases though. I just don't understand it. I mean, we keep paying. They want a $56 increase, $56 a month from just me. There's over 200 trailers there.
yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of
And they
money.
don't want to do anything anymore. Where's my water? Where's my water pressure? And the Rent Review Board, they look at me like I got two heads.
Is there one street in particular that seems to have the issues?
Yes, our street,
Which is called
Texas Avenue.
Texas. Okay.
Mayor, is that city sewer there as well?
I don't think so.
So it's
Septic.
I don't think so.
That's also a Board of Health issue, just
Yeah,
so you
And
know.
we fought like crazy because, just to get the septic system in there. They told us, no. Finally, it smelled so bad, it was just awful. They finally put another tank.
You call the Board of Health if you have any odors, any overflow.
Well, they did finally fix that.
Okay.
But when I call them now and tell them, look, it smells. Before they wouldn't fix it. When they dropped that next tank, the guy who dropped it, John Hand, he said that they should be good, they should be pumped once a year, everything should be good here. They have to do it every couple months. Except now when I
They're
call,
only
they
pumping
do
once
it.
a year for that, they only pump it once a year?
John Hand, who put those tanks in,
Right.
told me this should be fine now. I have 5 tanks right next to my house. Okay, I'm on the end lot, all right? He said everything should be fine now. They shouldn't have to pump it but once a year. Well, every couple months that has to be pumped. But except now when I call, they pump it because they don't want to hear from me anymore. Before they wouldn't pump it until it stunk. It was in my house. It backed up into my tub. It was disgusting. You don't know what I went through with these people.
Well, we gave you a couple of resources maybe that you guys can look at. You know, the Board of Health is one, the Gate Atlantic Legal Services is another. And absolutely get your water tested, that's first. Get your water tested by, the
Cape
county.
Atlantic Legal Services.
And in the meantime, we'll find out from the Rent Review Board.
All of you
what-
get tests, plenty of tests.
But now your
Everybody.
hearing isn't until June, so they might not have all the facts right now, but some of them might. So we'll see what we can find out for you before our next meeting. But get your water tested and call those. When there are issues, if they're not taking care of them, that's what those
they're not.
resources are there for. Call the
They
Department of
take care
Health.
my place. I know what my problem is. I know the pipes are old and I know they break. I understand all that. I'm not being unreasonable. But yeah, that tree is a monster. It's ruining my driveway and it's ruining my pipes. That's why I have no pressure. That's why my driveway's like that. Now you want me to fix a driveway? Come on.
No.
That's just not
No.
right.
No, so let's see what we can find out. But in the meantime, please go get your water checked.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have a resolution consent calendar, resolutions 235 through and including 252. Does anybody have any questions
No,
or comments?
no, Mayor, I do not.
No? All right, so can I have a motion then to adopt the consent calendar, resolutions 235 through and including resolution 252?
So moved?
Have a second? Roll call, please.
Gafaro?
Yes.
Ellis? Hodson?
Yes.
O'Donohue?
Yes.
Cromer?
Yes. Resolution 253, authorizing the payment of all bills. Can I have a motion to adopt the bill list resolution?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Gafaro?
Yes.
Ellis? Hodson?
Yes.
O'Donohue?
Yes.
Cromer?
Yes. Township Committee reports. Mr. O'Donohue.
Basically, we had some citizens here had complaints. We want to address them. We want to give you good referrals. We want you to bring your problems to here and to the county when you need to. You know, our meetings are open to you. We try to stay on top of things, folks, but it's a big township, and it's not that we're not concerned, but the resources are here if you need them. You should feel comfortable to come and speak when you need to, or just call our administrator, because she'll handle it for you. All right, thank you.
Enjoy, you did great.
I gotta say, it's good that somebody's listening to us. 'Cause nobody really has.
That's what we're here for.
I appreciate it, really.
That's our job, so we
You
appreciate
gotta
it.
be advocates for yourself. The county will be very happy to test your water. Same with the DEP and everybody else.
Yeah, man.
Because they can't operate a water system that is harmful and not what it should be to anybody. If that well's inappropriate or too not deep enough, and it's picking up pesticides in groundwater, the county would like to know about it. And, then there's, you gotta form your group together. And I would tell everybody, when you go to the county, take a box of those water sample, little bottles, and bring them in.
And when you go to the Rent Review Board, make sure there's a lot of you there. And keep your documentation, have documentation. You need to have actual facts and documentation with dates and comments and things like that.
Pictures.
And I'll tell you, we do that. We have pictures. Last time we went, which was in December before all the postponements, I gave them the last the last 13 times my street alone had water breaks. And the actual last time, there was 4 breaks in 5 days. So for 4 straight days, we didn't have any water until it was fixed. And we give them, trust, and I do appreciate, but we do. We
You
give
do,
them
well, good,
shifts.
that's good.
We give them everything, give them days, everything.
Without water.
No, you should never be without water, never. That's terrible.
They do turn it back on at night.
Yes, but you could be 8 hours without
Well,
water.
you're in the shower for an hour trying to take a shower. I mean, the water just trickles out. If you want to call that giving us water, yeah. they
Yeah,
give
that's
us
not
water
water.
at night.
That's not water, no.
Do you have the address in Northfield? Right.
Jody?
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
It's Stillwater.
Yeah, it's the Stillwater Building. It's the county Board of Health.
I know where that's at.
Yeah, where that's at? Can't miss. Looks like an old castle.
Yeah, Dolphin and Shore, right?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Thank you. So thank
Okay.
you
Good
very
luck.
much for your
One thing
time.
with the out of control rent, I have a letter for my yearly raise that was supposed to be $3.80. They raised me $61. After I have paperwork saying that it's $3.
Cape Atlantic Legal Services. It's free of charge. They'll give you the legal advice, representation. They do a great job. They represented people, and I watched and witnessed it firsthand. They are concerned about your issues. Trust me when I tell you, they're great staff there. They'll give you good legal advice, and especially when you have a problem that is generating so many issues.
They're public advocates, so that's what
Public
they're there
advocates,
for.
absolutely.
Thank you very much. We couldn't even get that out of anybody before, so that's why I said when I was up speaking, like, you feel like you're standing alone, you're fighting the corporation. When they come to the review board meetings, they have like 3 or 4 lawyers sitting there, so you feel so intimidated, basically.
That's why we have these different government agencies.
So now we have someplace that we can check into, and we thank you very, very much for your time.
Yes,
We wish you
ma'am.
luck.
Ladies,
Okay.
welcome.
Mr. Ellis?
I need for that press guy to hear something I have to say. So he's not going to be in here. I'll pass.
Okay. Mr. Hodson?
I just want to remind the public is Memorial Day is coming up Monday. We should have a good parade if weather permits. I want to thank certainly PAC 55 for the beautiful work they did out there at the Veterans Park. Public Works has been out there for 2 days. It's looked better than it ever has. And ask everybody if they got time on Monday the 29th. We will kick off our parade a little earlier than 9 o'clock, maybe 5 of 10 of, because we anticipate a flyover, and I'd like to get the most of the parade almost down to the Veterans Memorial before the flyover. If it happens, you will realize what it was.
Yeah, you will.
There will be no question what it was, but for years we've asked for a flyover, and there may be 2 F-16s fly over our parade. Anyone interested, you're welcome. We honor our veterans in this day, in this community. I think our parade has gotten bigger every year by the registrations that have been coming in. If the weather permits, it should be probably the biggest parade we've had ever. So to the public, feel free to either watch, participate in the parade. It'll start before 9 o'clock, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before 9 at Harbor Village. Make a right-hand turn and go down Ocean Heights to the Swift Drive where Veteran Park is, the county library, and so forth. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the mayor's office about the parade, but things are proceeding pretty well. And again, there's a lot of people that have worked very hard this year to make that parade a success.
And if it rains?
And if it rains, we're hoping for no rain, because that's always a problem. But if it does rain, our anticipation would go an hour later to our rec center. But by the long-range forecast, it looks like it would be a nice day, barring any problem.
I hope so. Yes, sir.
Never mind. I won't wait on him. What I wanted to say was it was really felt good to have the family and friends of the new officers that was promoted, and that's what we do. It also was really good to be here to listen to our residents and be in support and give them advice. But what I was saying was, starting maybe next month or throughout the summer, Mayor, I would like to start a program, thank you for our service. We don't always do things for a pat on the back, but sometimes it helps. I was appointed this position a couple of years ago. I never received one article in the paper. I was the highest vote getter in the last election. I never received one article in that paper. What I'm trying to say is we need to continue what we're doing right now and pat our residents on the back and thank you for our service. Being a former police officer and military, everybody's always say thank you for your services. But when you in ShopRite and the workers in ShopRite went through the COVID stage and the workers got cussed out because ShopRite charged them was charging the customers 25 cents or 50 cents for a bag, and they were taking out on the workers. Did we ever thank those workers for coming to work and not sit home and collect? Did we ever thank Home Depot, in our community, where the line was from Home Depot to the Hamilton Mall every day? Everybody was fixing their house up. Even Canal Liquor Store, people started drinking because they had nothing else to do. Canal Liquor Store, you couldn't even go in there. ShopRite workers, these people had to go to work. Who thanked them? And by us being such a close-knit committee and caring about the community, I want to start thanking the people who got us through this. Because we're not through it yet, and we still have a ways to go with this COVID stuff. But nobody really thanked, the real frontline workers for their service. So I would like to get a little certificate for different businesses, each week, each meeting. Pick 3 to 5 different businesses and let's thank them and show them that we appreciate them and make sure they know that, because we take stuff for granted. When people were sitting at home getting stimulus checks, they still had to work. When you didn't want to go out the house, they still had to go to work. So that's all I wanted to say was, you don't do stuff for a pat on the back, but every now and then you would like to be recognized, and that's what I wanted to say about that situation.
Well, then, we can do that. We can do that. Mr. Cafaro?
Oh, thank you. I just, tonight, for the folks, we promoted 6 officers, different levels, different ranks, captain, lieutenant, sergeants. As I was reading the resumes to the folks, a lot of accomplishments. Each individual in his or her career over the span of their time had tremendous amount of accomplishments, and I just wanted to actually accent on that and recognize that a little bit. I want to thank them all, like all of our committee does. And I was struck by the level of accomplishments and the different levels of schooling and things like that. And I just wish them well. I think it's going to be a wonderful addition for our new chief, and that's will be about it.
That's good. These are good nights.
Yes.
When we promote good people
Yes.
that work very hard. So it's a good night here for all of us. I just want to thank all of the people that were involved in last weekend's MK Betterment opening. There were 2 separate parts of that event. One was the historical side, which Ray, you helped me on. And we brought one gentleman who was in MK Betterment. We brought back the son of the first president and founder of MK Betterment, Barry Lane, and his wife, Lynn. And the stories they told and what a value a community center can do in a town. That it gave people a place to have fellowship, to stay involved, and it was a wonderful place for 40 or 50 years, and then it died down like other things happen. But we named the park MK Betterment because that property is MK Betterment, always was, and as long as we are all here, and I think in forever, really, it's going to be MK Betterment, which is wonderful. And then we opened our 8 pickleball courts and the basketball court. Our pickleball players said they didn't want to go to Galloway to play because they knew they couldn't play for about an hour that day. They wanted to be there because they wanted to thank everybody for putting in the hard work. And Mr. Friedman, he was in on this from the beginning, as was really everybody up here on council. But, it's a fabulous set of courts. And if people don't play pickleball, it's a great sport. You can play it from 5 years old to 9. The oldest I know so far is 94. And one of our teachers, Bill Gianetti, I'm pretty sure Bill is 87 years old. I've never seen anybody move as fast as he does on a court. It's mind-boggling. So I just want to thank everybody involved, the Recreation Department, Rick Audette, Dina, Cassie, Donna, you, Tom, and everybody, because last weekend we had a great opening. And it was proud to be EHT Day. I think we all enjoyed it. Then that's all I've got. So, approvals. Can I have a motion to approve the monthly department report for the month of April 2023?
So moved.
Second, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to approve the May 3rd, 2023 Township Committee special meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Second.
Roll call?
Cafaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Yes.
Hodson?
Yep.
Donahue?
Yes.
Cromer?
Yes. Motion to approve the May 3rd, 2023 Township Committee special meeting closed session minutes pursuant to Resolution 205 of 2023.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Second.
Roll call?
Cafaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Yes.
Hodson?
Yes.
Donahue?
Yes.
Cromer?
Yes. Motion to approve the May 3rd, 2023 Township Committee meeting minutes.
So moved.
Have a second?
Seconded.
Roll call, please. I'm sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the Township Committee Executive Closed Session Meeting Minutes of May 3rd pursuant to Resolution Number 230 of 2023.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Cafaro?
Yes.
Ellis?
Yes.
Hodson?
Yes.
Donahue?
Question, Mayor, was that anything I was not present for on that closed session?
I don't think so.
Didn't work that meeting.
Abstain just in case.
I'll abstain,
Okay. All right.
just in
and,
case.
Be safe.
Cromer?
Yes.
Thank you.
Donna, do we have a need for a closed session? Okay. Resolution, do you want to read 254?
Resolution 254, resolution authorizing the Township Committee after the meeting to include executive session to discuss matters which involve personnel and/or legal matters. Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act permits the exclusion of the public from the meeting in circumstances, and whereas the public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss matters involving personnel and/or legal as follows. Personnel, EMS investigation, 6 months. Legal. Oh, no, that's wrong. I'm sorry. Vehicle, next one is personnel, I'm sorry. Under personnel also, vehicle maintenance mechanic appointment, 3 months. Building maintenance mechanic appointment, 3 months. And now under legal, sale of township property, block 4004, lot 51, 58, and 60, with a 6-month anticipated disclosure, and Ferrio NOV with a 6-month disclosure. Whereas the minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer require that confidentiality, the minutes will be made public. Now therefore be resolved by the Township Committee, Township of West Hartford, County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, public be excluded from this meeting.
Thank you.